Well, to help illustrate my point, I think I'm gonna need some help. Since I'm not allowed to bring you guys on stage at the moment, I'm gonna have to grab Barry. Yes, Barry, my son Barry. How you doing, Barry? I'm doing good, Dad. Yep. I know. He's your favorite. I can see it in your eyes. He kind of likes you guys too. No, I don't. Hey, whoa. Barry. Be polite. We've talked about this. Okay, so. Barry. He's going to be my son today. All right? I know it's not realistic because I'm way more handsome than he is, but he's going to be my son. Okay? We've got about the same level of fluffiness, but... All right, Barry, here you go, man. All right, you stay right there. It's going to be good. We're going to learn God's word, and it'll all be okay. And all right, what does it say? Well, let's go ahead and read. So Abraham rose early in the morning, saddled his donkey, and took 2 of his young men with him and his son Isaac, and he split the wood for the burnt offering, and arose and went to the place which God had told him. Whoa. Do you guys wake up early on test days like, yeah. God said he tested Abraham. And what did Abraham do? He got up early. If it was you or I, we would have gotten up and been like, oh no, it's today. That wasn't him. You want to know the cool thing about tests? You're not supposed to fail. Did you know that? Like your teachers don't actually give you tests just because they want you to fail. Did you know that? Right? They don't wake up in the morning and go, you know what I'm going to do? Test them. Like if they wanted you to fail, they actually could do a much better job of it and just give you like a college test. That's all they would have to do. Right? Like if they really wanted you to fail, they'd be like, that end of the year test, why don't I just give it to them now before they've learned it? Like that, right? The whole point is you're not supposed to fail. And maybe you've never thought of a test this way, but did you know a test is just review? Right? That's what it's supposed to be. All a test is supposed to be is you've already learned it, and so now it's a few questions about what you've already learned. Now, I know we have a hard time remembering stuff. I have a hard time remembering stuff. So tests can be rough. But God is testing Abraham. That word test also means prove. He's proving Abraham. So what is he doing? All he's doing is all the life that God has led Abraham through to that point, all the lessons that he's taught him his whole life, it now comes to the point where now God is proving all the things that God has already taught him. God taught him that he's faithful when he promised him a son. God taught him that he would take care of him when literally armies and nations were attacking his family and he had to go rescue them. Like, there were so many things that he's been through that God was teaching him. And now it's the test. But guess what? Abraham was ready. He wakes up early. He's ready to go. So he wakes up early, he chops the wood, and he sets out. In verse 6 it says, so Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on his son Isaac. So, I don't have, maybe I've got a little something. I've got to chop some wood back here. Sound effects. They make the, yes. That was a lot of work. Chopping my wood. Okay. And he laid it on his son. Oh, Barry, you weren't ready, man. Come on. It's all right, I'm fine. Okay, all right, just be ready next time. All right. Yeah. Okay, Barry. Work with me here, man. Work with me. Come on. You did all those squats. Come on, it should help. Okay, all right. I can handle it. Okay, good. Well done, Barry. Well done. Now, okay, let's continue on. Are we done yet? No. Stay. Okay, where were we? Yes, verse 6. So Abraham took the wood of the burnt offering and laid it on his son Isaac, and he took the fire in his hand and a knife, and the two of them went up together. Now, Mount Moriah is actually in the middle of the land of Canaan. It's a high mountain range there. And so they stop at the bottom, pick up the wood, start heading out. Now, the fire either would have been like a torch potentially, or it could have also been like just a flint and steel, something like that to start a fire. You know, one of those things, right? So they took all the stuff, they start heading out. And as they're going, it says, but Isaac spoke to Abraham his father and said, my father. He said, here I am, my son. You're expected to talk like this, to your parents. My father. Yes, my son. My mother. Yes, my daughter, right? Just do that, okay? Next time you see your parents, just do that. Next time you see anyone in your family. My aunt. My uncle. My grandfather. Okay, just do it. They'll look at you weird because you are weird, but it's okay. And he says, here I am, my son. And then he says, look, the fire and the wood, but where is the lamb for the burnt offering? Isaac's doing the math, and he's going, cut this, I feel like we're missing something. Oh, Dad, I feel like we're missing something. I don't know why it sounds like Mickey Mouse. He's not a mouse, he's a bear, but something happened when he was growing up. But Dad, son, don't worry about it. What does Abraham say? My son, God will provide for himself the lamb for the burnt offering. So the two of them went together, and then they came to the place of which God had told him, and Abraham built an altar there, placed the wood on it, and he bound Isaac his son and said to him, or set him on the altar upon the wood. Come here, Barry. All right. But Dad, what's going on? We made it to the... It's okay, son. All right. Dad, no! Yeah, don't worry, Barry. Don't worry. Is this an extension cord? Yes. It's not very fitting for the time. Don't worry about it, son. And then it says, and he took the knife. And okay, all right. There weren't drums, but I do like the drums. Okay, all right. Okay, that's a bit over dramatic, I know. I'm sorry, high schoolers, if I've scared you. Okay. But it says, and he took the knife. And as he went, he raised it to sacrifice his son. But what happened? The angel of the Lord called to him and said, Abraham, Abraham. And he said, here I am. But what does he say? What does he say? Verse 12, he said, do not lay your hand on the lad. He's just a wee lad. He hasn't done anything. No, the angel of the Lord didn't have an Irish accent. But, or do anything to him, for now I know that you fear God, since you have not withheld your son, your only son, from me. Then Abraham lifted his eyes and looked. And there behind him was a ram caught in the thicket, or as I like to say, a donkey caught in the sound booth. Ah, yes, the Lord has provided. Oh, donkey, no. Oh, yes. Yes, donkey. Ah, the Lord has... Barry, what are you doing there? Help me. We got to sacrifice this. Stop playing around. Come on, son. All right. Yes. The Lord provides. Now let's get the drums. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, all right. Now, just for you Bible scholars out there, it wasn't a donkey. Okay? A donkey was never part of the sacrifices. It's an unclean animal. You're not... Okay, all right. Okay, just for you scholars. I don't have a ram stuffed animal, though. Christmas is coming up. If you find one, I'd be happy to take it. Thank you. Thank you. Now, what is a ram? It's a male sheep that has the big horns. You know, the ones that you see on YouTube videos where they're like headbutting each other, or like someone's car, right? Right? All right. So, it says he got the ram, or in this case, the ram that looks a lot like a donkey. Then Abraham lifted his eyes and saw. So Abraham went and took the ram and offered it up as a burnt offering instead of his son. And Abraham called the name of the place, "The Lord will provide." All right, guys, have a good day. May the Lord bless you. And don't worry, no berries were harmed in the production of this lesson.